All right, I'm back. Let's do lesson 7 from the workbook here. This is magnitude. So, first two things you need to know. So, 10 to the power of n for any large positive integer n is a big number in the sense that given the number m, no matter how big it is, there is a power of 10 that gets bigger than m. So, if m is 95, then 10 times 10 is 100, so 10 to the second power would be bigger than 95. If m were 3,875, then 10 to the fourth power would be 10,000, which is bigger than 3,000. So every number there is, you can say 10 to the nth power is bigger. Okay. Fact 2 is the opposite. If you have a small number, then 10 to the negative power gets smaller. Okay? So a given positive number s, no matter how small it is, there is a negative power of 10 that is smaller than s. So if you have 1 over 100, then, well, let's say 1 over 95 again, then 10 to the negative 2 would be 1 over 100, which would be smaller than 1 over 95. If you had 1 over 3,892, then 1 over, or 10 to the negative 4 would be 1 over 10,000, which would be smaller than 3,892. Okay, so you can always find a number bigger, you can always find a number smaller with the power of tens, because we have a 10-digit number system. So, or base 10 it's called. So you can always multiply by tens, and that adds a place value on. Makes it one number bigger. So 1 times 10 is 10, 10 times 10 is 100, 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000, 10 times 10 times 10 is 10,000, and it goes the other way. So when you divide, 1 divided by 10 is 1/10, 1 divided by 1/100th would be 10 divided by 10, 1/1000th would be 10 divided by 10 divided by 10, or to the power of negative 3. Right? So let's start with this big number right here. We have 9, let's see, that would be hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions. So 993,456,789,098,765. What is a power of 10 that would exceed that that number, that huge $1 trillion number, right? So if I am going to have 10 to the power of 1, that's 10. 10 to the power of 2, 10 to the power of 2, that's 100. 10 to the power of 3, that would be 1,000. Okay? So every time I add an exponent, the power gets bigger, I add an extra 0. So how many zeros will it take me to go bigger than this? So here would be the first 0, the second, the third, right? The third 0 would be 1,000. That's bigger than 765. So the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, the 10th, the 11th, 12th, 13, 14, 15. So I need 10 to the 15th power would be 10 with 15 zeros. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that's bigger than this number because we have the 5, the 6, the 7, the 6, the 8, the 9, the 0, the 9, the 8, the 7, the 6, the 5, the 4, the 3, the 9, and the 9. So we've got to be one more bigger than all of that. So I was just double checking my numbers. 10 to the power 15 would be 15 zeros and then 10. So it's 10 with 15 zeros on it. So this is 15 numbers, and we've got one extra digit just past that. So 10 to the 15th is larger than 993,456,789,098. Blah, blah, blah. I got it wrong again, but it's bigger. Trust me.